What up, y'all? I'm back with another video, another review, and I'm here to review Krayzie Bones from Bone Thugs and Harmony, my second favorite rap group of all time. I'm here to review his fourth studio album, Chasing the Devil. And let me say this. This album right here, along with Deeply Rooted by Scarface and a couple other albums from older rappers, albums like this are the reason why I say don't give up on these older rappers who my generation would consider old school. This is the epitome of most of these old rappers who try to release an album and show they still got it. You're already a legend in the game. You have nothing to prove. Guys like Krayzie Bone and Scarface don't have anything to prove either. But they put out quality shit. And this album is an example why I say don't sleep on these old rappers. Not all of them are washed up. My goodness. 22 tracks long, but it's all worth it. Let's get into this thing. Track number 1, Wicked. It's just the intro. It's a cool intro to start off an amazing album. It sets the foundation, just like a lot of the albums I listen to. But this one really sets the foundation. It really gives you the feel of what this album's gonna be like. Some of these beats are a lot of these beats give you the same feel, like the same. You get the concept of this album, Chasing the Devil, with these beats and the lyrics. This sets the foundation. Track number 2, Hold On To Your Soul. Man, Krayzie was flowing on this track. I don't know who was featured on here. There was some background vocals, but I love this song right here. Hold on to your soul, oh. I feel like Krayzie is rapping. I feel like he just listened to Days of Our Lives and then recorded this whole album in one session. I mean, goodness. I get that Days of Our Lives feel with a lot of these beats. But not even the beats, really. Just what Krayzie's talking about and what the other Bone members were talking about on that song reminds me of some of these lyrics on here. And there are some lyrics on here that a Bone fan like myself can appreciate. There are some references to Bone Thugs and Harmony. And like I said, you can just appreciate that. Track number 3, Cloudy. This is my shit right here. This is the single to support this album, one of 2. So Cloudy, Cloudy. I love this song right here. The single cover is pretty amazing if you ask me. It's better than that other single. What was it? Like Fire? Well, at least the cover is. I'd say the lyrics are better, but the beat on Like Fire is better. But we'll get into that. Track number 4, Weapons of Mass Distraction, not Destruction. On this first verse, Krayzie is just flowing. It's not like he's like going like that. Well, he is, but it's not like he's flowing like a Versace Migos type of shit. No, this is what Migos and everybody else is trying to emulate. They're trying to emulate and imitate what Krayzie's doing on this verse right here. It's just so freaking fast, but that's regular Krayzie Bone. If you listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony or Krayzie Bone as a solo artist, you know what you're gonna get from Krayzie in terms of flow. He just brings it right here. And on the last part of the song, it's a cool way to end it and get into the next song. Track number 5, The Money, The Power. See, when I saw this, I was like, and he even made a reference to Scarface with one of the terms in the album. The song. The money and the power. The money and the power. Like, man, there we go. Got the money and the power. The money and the power. And he's talking about how the money and the power make you do things that you wouldn't necessarily do. This whole concept of chasing the devil, every song paints the picture of someone chasing the devil and being brainwashed and forgetting who they are and where they come from and the whole purpose why they got into what they got into in the first place. For Krayzie, it just happens to be music, what he got into. Track number 6, The Devil's Deal. See, Lupe Fiasco did this on his EP, and they get this from Children's Story by Slick Rick. I just reviewed the Great Adventures of Slick Rick the other day. They're getting that, he says, Uncle Krayzie, or Uncle Ricky, Uncle Lupe, will you read us a bedtime story? And Krayzie's like, on this song, he's like, y'all get in the bed, I'll get the bedtime, I'll get the storybook. And he tells them the story like, I was driving on a lonely road. I got this new truck and everything. Next thing I know, the car stops. I try to get out, but the doors are jammed and everything. The devil says, I can help you out. Just sell your soul. Then he say, hell no. He's trying to get out. And the devil sitting right beside him. Next thing you know, the truck is going 100 miles per hour. But there's nobody. His foot is not on the pedal. But the pedal is mashed down anyway. And then Krayzie gets in the crash and ends up in the hospital and everything. It's like, you're chasing the devil. This time you try to get away from him. Look what he did to you. So he's giving you a reason, like, and there's a song named Reasons on here, but he's giving you like a scenario. What happens if you don't accept the devil, or what he might try to scare you into doing to you, and scare you into doing things for him. It's like selling your soul. Track number 7, Rise of a King, Fall of a Fool. This what Krayzie said. I'm back. He said, I've been on top of this game. I'm still here. Rise of a King, Fall of a Fool. Check number 8, just a little wake-up skit. I could do without this skit, actually. I can play this whole album track for track, like the whole 22. But if wake-up skit wasn't on here, I'd be cool with it. Not gonna lie. Chasing Nightmares. Krayzie, this is one of the most meaningful songs on here. Krayzie's talking about how the money and the power and all the nice women and everything, and the life that you see on TV and the life that was wrapped to him when he was growing up and getting into the game. He thought he was chasing the life. Like he was going to be living the life and doing everything. Everything was going to be so easy and fun. He said, man, I was just chasing that nightmare. This shit ain't fun at all. The game changes you and everything. And he said, what the hell have I been rapping to these kids? And now they're going to look up to me. And they're going to look back. Well, Krayzie said that. And see, Krayzie's taking responsibility as an OG in the game. Like, I was lying. What the fuck was I telling them? Track number 10, the second single, the last single, Like Fire. This beat right here, oh my goodness. This is my shit right here. Like I said, this beat is better than the first single, Cloudy. But there were just better lyrics on Cloudy. But this still has some fire-ass lyrics. Like that, like the snare at the end of one of first part of the beat before it like replays. That I'm like, oh my god, like fire. And Krayzie's just talking about how he's like fire, life can be like fire, how everything catches up to you can be like fire. It's like it's just so overwhelming and it like makes your blood pump and you're just like, you're sweating because you're nervous or you're tired of this shit. Track number 11, Loyal. There's some more background vocals on here from a woman, but saying he's not loyal, don't trust him, he's not loyal, she's not loyal. Some beautiful singing on here, a nice Krayzie verse like every song on here. Another cool song. I mean, no song on here I would skip. One skit maybe. Actually, you know what? Yeah, just that one skit, the wake up one. And maybe we'll get into this other one real quick. Now track number 12, A Wise Fool. Crazy's talking about how you get into the game, you're a fool, but you learn things as you go on. Or if you're like me, before you really, really get into the game, you want to know a lot about the game. But there are certain things you just cannot. There's some things you just can't be told. Some things you're just going to have to find out. No matter how much teaching, preparation, and wisdom you get from OGs, you're going to go into the game a fool. Because you never know what it's going to be like until you actually experience it. That's with anything. And what I said, some things you can't be told, some things you just got to find out. I got that from MJG. It's true. Some things you just cannot be told about. No matter how many times you're told about how many people keep telling you so you think it's true and it'll prepare you, some things you're just going to have to find out and deal with it on your own. And that's what I'm getting from this. You're a wise fool. You get into the game a fool, but you learn things. Or you try to get into the game and already have more knowledge, but you're still a fool going into it. Track number 13, Heart to Heart Domestic Skit. Krayzie's, I guess, wife saying like, baby, I keep getting I keep getting your voicemail, but I don't think I can do this anymore. The flashing lights and everything. This game has changed who you are. You're going to die in this game. I think you're addicted to this lifestyle. So me and the kids are leaving tonight because this game has changed you, but I still love you. I was like, I don't mind this skit. It goes along with the whole chasing the devil and what the devil and the game can do to you. This goes along perfect. But I can do without the wake up skit. Now, track number 14, Walk Away. Krayzie's talking about how he can't walk away. He's been into this game too long. He wants to, but he just can't walk away. And this beat is another one of those beats where I'm like, damn. See, Krayzie is one of those guys who can get away. Well, not even get away. He's just one of those guys who can rap on one of these beats. It's not like when I say get away, like a Drake can just get away with rapping on anything and everybody will love it just because his name's Drake. Krayzie can, quote unquote, get away with it, but it's his style. He raps on beats like this. He's been doing and rapping on beats like this. It reminds me of Bone Thugs beats, just more in this generation of hip hop's age. Like that song See Me Shine. Some of these beats, I'm like, this sounds like some See Me Shine. Track number 15, The Signs, Peace and Security, which is more like a skit, really, but Krayzie does drop a small verse. And Obama keeps talking about the peace and security. And all these people come on talking about the peace and security. They will live in peace and security. And then Krayzie drops a small verse. And he's saying, like, these are the signs. Peace and security. Some of the signs that they give it to you. Like, the New World Order. It's like, I see what Krayzie's doing. This whole concept of chasing the devil, and talking about the government, these politicians. They know the shit, but they just holding back. They letting everybody stay in the dark. Check number 16. Send Me an Angel. This reminds me of Airplanes. That song B.O.B. was on. Or was that B.O.B.'s song? It reminds me of that, saying, I can really use an angel right now. This is another one of those beats where I'm like, my goodness. Track number 17, What If? This reminds me of the song God off of Scarface's Deeply Rooted album. What if? What if you found out God wasn't real and everything you were living for was just a lie, or not even a lie, that this was this is how life was meant to be, living like this? What if you found that out? What if God came back, wanted revenge, and we was all unprepared? Like, see, Krayzie is giving you scenarios. He's talking to you. He's rapping, but he's giving you the wisdom. Krayzie's an OG. He's been giving you wisdom since like shit, The Art of War. That was back in 1997. Krayzie's been doing this for, let's see, shit. That Faces of Death came out in 93. He's been doing this for 23 years, coming up on 25. He's been giving the knowledge aspect of everything, because since like 97, when The Art of War came out, and I had that CD, by the way. It was a double disc album. I might have to review that. He's been doing this for, let's go ahead and say 20 years. He's been giving you that knowledge. Now he's an OG. He's 20 years older. He's really giving you the knowledge. He's seen way more. Track number 18, Reasons skit. Krayzie saying like reasons. He's not just talking about the reasons for coming up with the concept album Chasing the Devil, but I kind of feel he's trying to say, these are my reasons for chasing the devil. This is my reason for making the album about chasing the devil. To warn the young cats or anybody who's trying to get into the game. Track number 19, Brand New Everything featuring Bone Thugs and Harmony. See, Krayzie is stingy with the features. I'm glad he got Bone Thugs on here though. But on the vocalizing, I just heard him and Busy. When I heard the verse from Busy, I'm like, damn, that's the only verse on here from a Bone member. I'm not really hearing Wish and Lazy and Flesh. But it's still cool. Brand new everything. This is another one of those hard ass beats, and I don't mean hard like it's a banger or a trap shit. I mean it's just hard. Krayzie can just do this because he's crazy. Any of these Bone members really can do this, really, but Krayzie the most, if you ask me. Track number 20, So-Called Friends, Kane acapella. This guy's talking about how, man, we was friends until this happened. I go back to the hood, ain't nobody loving me. They talk shit behind my back, pillow talking and shit, until Krayzie told me, man, it's lonely at the top. And Krayzie said on another one of these songs, saying it's lonely at the top. And track number 21, Ride For Me. Man, this is another one of those hard ass beats when I'm talking about, say, ride for me. You ain't love, but you ride for me. You might be only ride for my for the chase and for the good time, but you ride for me. Another one of those hard ass beats saying like ride for me, because I could really use a friend right now. I swear someone else is featured on here. Somebody drops a verse and a little bit of a hook on here. But it doesn't say that on here. I couldn't find the features anywhere except for on Spotify, and they're not even showing the two songs where I think somebody else is featured. But anyway, track number 22, the last track on here, Temptation. This was a bit of a I didn't expect much because it was only a minute and 55 seconds. So this was a bit of a expectation that it wasn't gonna be like Can't Walk Away or Chasing Nightmares or Ride For Me or what's the other one? The Devil's Deal, Cloudy. I didn't expect that. But anyway, to wrap up this album review, this whole concept of chasing the devil, Krayzie gives you every aspect, at least every aspect he's been through. Women, his wife, kids, losing friends, doubting himself, questioning everything, why he's even doing it, everything else that you can think of. He's giving it to you. I can appreciate that because that especially that one song. I'm afraid I'm about to go through that when I like get something going with this YouTube thing and music and everything else that I do. The Heart to Heart Domestic Skit. I don't think I'm gonna have to I'm gonna try my hardest not to change and let life and the game change me. But I'm afraid I'm gonna get that call one day. Not that my baby's leaving me or the kids are leaving, but that she's gonna be like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. You're so busy, you don't even have time for me anymore. I'm afraid I might have to get that fucking call. So crazy. What I'm getting from this is I'm gonna have to take the route I've been doing anyway. Let me just stay single and chill. Get all this out the way. Let me do me and get all this out of my system. Then settle down. Fuck all that. Have kids and then try to keep doing shit. Because once my kids get into the world, all this is done. I mean, I still make time for some music to review and make some beats and do YouTube. Maybe play my PlayStation and do other things outside of entertainment and everything else goes. But once my kids get here, I'm only 18. I can say this now. Once they get here, I'm fucking out. That's the main priority. And my girl. So, you know what I'm saying? Shit. But anyway, to wrap this album review up, I have to give this, as far as a grade goes, A-. Yes, an A-. Do not knock these old school or these older rappers. Not all of them are trash. Krayzie Bone with this album shows you that. Scarface is Deeply Rooted, which is my favorite album of 2015, shows you that. This, if I'd have listened to this before I listened to everything else and made my top 10 hip hop album of 2015, this would have made it. No question. It would have been top 5. No question. So don't doubt these older rappers just because they're older. They still have a lot to say. They have wisdom and bars and knowledge to drop because they've been in the game so much longer. They have wisdom and just life in general. They have more to tell you. That's why I like listening to them. So, yeah, 93 out of 100. The A- grade. And if you've heard this album, let me know what you think. If you haven't, I recommend you listen to this. Whether you're old or older, young, I don't care. Listen to this. But like I said, if you've heard it, let me know what you think of my review on it. Let me know what you think of the album in the comment section below. Be sure to like this video, share the video, subscribe if you're new. Get at me on Twitter, Facebook, AudioMac, SoundCloud, Instagram. Hit up my email for business or anything. And if you want to donate to support my movements as far as YouTube, music, and everything else goes, as far as entertainment, you can donate to DynamicJAB@gmail.com through PayPal. Any amount is appreciated. So thank you for watching. I will see y'all next time.